I don't usually cry, but I'm so traumatized and so many things happen and I've been sick.
Puede contarme a mi correo electrónico. First of all, really thank all of you for your support. I've received hundreds of thousands of comments in my last video. I'm not gonna lie to you, I've been quite depressed. I may look quite embarrassed, but I want to keep you guys updated. I've been really struggling with my mental health. I want to share with you what I've done to recover some of my stuff and what I've done to deal with the emergency, how I cope with the entire situation, and more importantly, what I've learned from it and my entire thought process. You know, the entire thing, it's not just theft. It's a game, and I'm hoping that might help you in the future, because when someone is facing emergency, it's really hard to think logically at that moment. So here you go. First of all, what I've lost. So it's been a couple of weeks since I lost my stuff. If you see my previous video, I lost everything in my purse. Inside the purse there was AirPod Pro, which is a couple of hundreds, Leica battery, a couple of $100, a DJI camera, which is $500. I rarely bring any cash out, so it's less than $100. That's actually already quite a lot of cash that I brought with me, because I happened to just withdraw some money when I landed, and I've got my credit card, which I have in total 2 credit cards. I'm a minimalist, so I don't really have that many credit cards or bank accounts. So I have exactly 2 credit cards, which I had to cancel. And I had 2 debit cards, so I lost 2 debit cards. Then I have the purse itself, which is a few $100s. The value of everything, it almost adds up to $1,500 to $2,000. So let's talk about what's bad. The bad thing is I can't recover anything. I literally lost everything because the car is my friend's rental car. So when I put my bag inside the car and was trying to help him, I asked him to lock the car because he was holding the key and I did not have the keys, and he was so busy working on the spare tires. He did not hear I asked him to lock the car, so that's why the door was not locked. But around there was like nobody, so I was pretty surprised that within 20 seconds the bag was gone. I really realized something weird within 20 seconds. What is good is that I'm still alive, and I gotta share my stories and learnings with you. I'm also very lucky that I kept my passport very safe, because I always put down my passport in a hotel whenever I arrive. So happy that this time I still remember to put down my passport in a safe place before going out. And another good thing is I still know where my bag is. I'm not sure if it's good or bad, but I have this emotional attachment to my things. Even though all the items that I lost are not very new, except for the camera itself is less than 1 year new. All the other stuff is like 3 years old. My bag is 3-4 years old as well. It's about this emotional attachment. I'm constantly checking them where they are on the air tag, so I can still see it on my phone every day. And another thing I'm very lucky is that I have like 3 cameras, and I lost the one that is cheapest. I'm glad that my phone is always on me. If I lost my phone, then would be so bad. It has a lot more pictures in my phone. I'm also very lucky that I did not lose my Leica camera, because that actually looks so old. It's 6-7 years old. So the criminal actually didn't take my Leica camera. They took just the bag. They thought that the bag is a lot more valuable than the other one. I was able to recover the expense that they charged to my car. My 10 minutes driving back to hotel, they already went to a shoe store to buy the shoes. I'm very lucky that I was using this business credit cards in Chase Bank. The business credit card has pretty good fraud protection. I was able to recover the fraud, but the value of all my belongings still worth $1,700-ish, which is still quite a lot. My Spanish teacher said tuve suerte means like I really had good luck. So in fact, I have been really good with scams with my experience traveling to 192 countries. First of all, they could never scam me because I just never give them any chance to scam me. I've never rented a car if I travel by myself. I either just walk on the street on foot or I take Uber or Grab. I never really have the experience of dealing with cars, and that's why I think the entire situation, how to deal with a car, is not something that I'm familiar with. Second of all, they actually tried to scam my friend, but my friend was so lucky he didn't lose anything, because he's the one who rented the car and they're trying to break his car. But in the end of the day, because I was trying to help my friend with a flat tire, so I became the victim. And I'm always very nice and trying to help people. I think the fact that when I'm traveling alone, I have much higher alert because I'm always by myself and I'm super OCD. But when I'm traveling with other people, I was like trying to help people. I was trying to help my friend to hit 100 countries because that's his goal to complete 100 countries. That's why I traveled to Chile again, just to help my friend to hit 100 countries. If it's just myself, I would not have gone to Chile again. Thirdly, I'm super intuitive. I actually scam people who try to scam me before. I always know who's trying to scam me, so in the end, I scam them back. I think the fact that why I'm so shocked and I'm so depressed is because throughout my whole life, I've been always so intuitive. I'm just so good with all these things. In fact, when I first graduated from college, I wanted to become a detective or FBI. I'm just good with realizing stuff and figure out things. And that's why I got so sad and so shocked that this actually happened to me when I was trying to help my friend. And especially as a traveler, the memory of filming footage and all those things are so important to me, and it just not really the money. So, however, I'm really traumatized. I'm thinking about it every day. All the memories that I film in this camera is gone. I think this only happened when you care about something so much. And it's actually at the end of my whole trip, so I filmed so much throughout the entire trip, including Machu Picchu, Cusco, and early on in the other parts of Chile. So I really lost the entire trip of footage and memories, and that's my work as a YouTuber. So many people are saying that I'm like so crazy going back to look for my camera, my footage. For the majority part of my life, I fear nothing. I do have some fears such as like fear of heights and some animals and things like that, but majority of life I have no fear. When you think you have nothing to lose, you just build up your self-confidence quickly. Still on the way. It's about now 3 minutes away. And I think that's why I still went back to look for my bag and to look for my camera, and I did not mind to go confront with the criminal about that. That's where my bag location is. Should I go up to I'm not going to lie to you, I did so many negotiations with government officials, with militaries, with bad people in so many countries. So every night before I go to bed, being like lying on bed for 6-7 hours, and I just feeling so depressed because of my mistakes. My mistake here is that first, I've never rented a car and I did not have experience dealing with cars. I always go on foot. I always travel alone, so I don't have a lot of experience traveling with other people, helping my friend with a flat tire. And in the end of the day, my friend did not lose anything. I'm the one who lost everything. I felt like maybe I didn't mean to help people to reach number of countries, but I meant to serve other purposes in life, which I'm going to talk more later in this video. So what I've done to recover, of course I called the banks. They reissued everything. I was able to dispute some of the extra transactions that the fraudulent guys have done. But for some cars, I have to be in person in the US to replace my driver license, to replace one of the cards. I have to buy a new camera, a battery. I have to buy a new AirPod, a new bag. So all of those things would cost $1,000 something or $2,000 as well, so which would be quite a lot. Because I know where my bag is, so I'm also writing a letter to this criminal. Soy la persona a quien le robaste el bolsa en Valparaiso. Sabía que solo querías mi dinero. Puedo darte los que quieras. Sin embargo, solo quiero mi cámara, foto, video. Como ya tienes lo que quieres, puedes enviarme mis fotos en video por correo electrónico. La policía ya te conoce. Si me los das, te tendré este caso. Incluso puedo enviarte 20,000 pesos para que me envíes. Puede contactarme a mi correo electrónico. Today we get to the postal office in Arequipa. I'm going to mail this letter to the Chile scammer. Karma, I do believe in karma. I learned from my bestie, she's actually from Chile. She said that there are a lot of illegal immigrants coming from other countries to Chile. Chile is actually one of the more developed countries in South America. But rather than feeling grateful about the fact that they can immigrate to Chile, they're trying to destroy the country by stealing things from people, by scamming people. You know, the entire thing, it's not just theft. It's a game. First, they're trying to break the tire of your car. Then they pretend to be such a helpful person. You know, they're trying to convince me to help my friend and put my bag in a safe place in the car, and like trying to like really serve as a good advisor. They were not able to convince me the first time. Then they try again with a different person to come to me to say the same thing and telling me that it's also very dangerous, trying to look like they're so helpful. Really, the second time, it's the entire things that looks such a game to play, which I feel it's pretty sad that these people are living such a life. I actually never had any angry feeling towards these people. I feel sad for these people being such kind of human being. I don't think that's what the universe or God sent them to do, but they chose to do so, which I think is so miserable for them. Rather than sending all the negative emotions, I think I was trying to use the opportunity to give myself a compliment, to boost our energy, to believe in ourselves. We can say to ourselves like, oh, it's so fortunate that I'm not like those people. I'm much better human than those low-level people. So in this way, you can use this energy to turn into positivity and to support yourself and establish a self-confidence. I know it's really hard to do. Like, I'm trying to get myself out of this whole negative energy. Like, I feel like this couple of weeks I've been full of negativity. It's really hard for me to think positive, but like I've been really pushing myself to think this way, to make myself think more positive that way, to tell myself that I'm such a good human. I'm trying to help my friend. I'm trying to help other people. That's why I become a victim of this. I'm trying to do therapy to myself, and I think I really need it because I've been feeling so negative, so depressed every night before I go to bed. So hard for me to get myself out of this whole trauma. So I think everyone comes to this world for some purpose. So to be honest, I don't really know the purpose of my existence in this world, but I'm trying to figure out. So instead of helping people to travel around the world to reach 100 countries, this is not what the God or the universe wants me to do. I think there should be like something greater that the God sent me to this world. In the end of the day, I lost all my belongings, though it's not the most expensive belongings, but I think it's enough of a warning that I should learn from it. Maybe the God want to use me as a sharing of wisdom to my audience, to other people, so at my expense that people can learn from me. Maybe the purpose of my existence is to convey certain messages that God wants to send to other people. So when I think back, I really think that might be the purpose of my existence. God is sending me to this instance for me to learn from it, for me to share the message and learnings with my audience. Rather than the loss itself, I exist to do greater things, to be the conveyor of wisdom. I don't know how long it takes for me to heal from the entire situations and trauma, and will continue to help myself with mental health. Yeah, thanks so much for watching, and I hope that you can share my videos to expose this bad guy to the public, for everyone to learn from it. If there's any updates in my case, I would definitely let you know as well.